Finally, we have more information about Persona 4 Revival. This game will be so good, holy Persona fans, rejoice, for we have won this week. We can now stop pretending that we only have one game in the series. We'll finally have a new game to watch on YouTube. We may now say goodbye to milking Persona 5 and its weird cousin, because we finally have Persona 6, and it's just a title reveal. Oh well, at least we have you, Persona 4 Revival, and we'll learn more about it on June 18 with a special broadcast from Atlus MP Studio. They'll probably talk about how Chad Yu Narukami is for 2 hours. Now with this single trailer alone, I can safely say that Persona 4 Revival is way more ambitious than we thought. Atlus MP Studio aren't letting go of the gas pedal and once again are strapping the rockets to you and the investigation team. They really learned their mistakes from Persona 3 Reload, where they said it was going to be the definitive version of P3 but ended up dividing the fans further due to the missing content. While with P4R, it's looking to be the genuine best version of Persona 4, and here's why. But before the do, if you're happy that we got Persona 4 Revival and Persona 6 in one freaking announcement, then like this video and join Otaku Defined for more Persona content. Persona 4 Revival is so damn beautiful. Like, just look at how smooth and clean the UI is, and how rich the colors are, that the way it blends with the characters and environments is proof enough that the development team this time understood the assignment. The complaint before with P3R was that it was too bright to give the original vibes and feeling of dread. The impending doom isn't well communicated here with all the bright lights and popping colors, as compared to the dark, graying, and subtle look of the original. While there are still nitpicks we can make regarding the new art direction of Revival, it still follows the original theme of being joyous of P4, while also living up to the namesake remake title, Revival, as in bringing a show back in modern time. Now, by comparing the character portraits here, we can see that the original is more detailed, rougher to look at, and the shadings are there to give an imposing look. This art style was chosen not just because of its theme, but this is the style used in most anime shows at that time. They need to be edgy, gritty, and dark. While in Revival, they look rounder and softer. Much like the original's intent, the Revival follows a style of modern anime, specifically speaking, the slice of life genre, where the characters are less detailed, yes, but they allow for a more dynamic expression. Whether you love the old style more or vibing with the new, I would say it comes down to your own personal taste. In my case, I am loving the new art style, and I cannot believe that the most unhinged Persona girl is this cute. But how did P Studio manage to make P4R this so damn beautiful, when P3R, while still good, mind you, wasn't this well taken care of? Well, the teaser for P4R aired last year, and for almost a year, we were starved for more information about Revival. Then we had to watch a number of anniversary videos that only featured merchandise that are hard to buy. Now, due to the lack of announcements, P5X got the brunt of the blame. But after this latest trailer, it makes more sense why this game took its sweet golden time. Remember that it only took 8 months between P3R's first trailer and its release. Meanwhile, P4R got revealed in 2025 and will release in 2027. Hence why we have a UI that is so sick, the menu are cutouts from the characters. Then the 3D models in P3R is the best thing we saw in a Persona game, and I thought we will be enjoying this type of quality for P4R and Persona 6. But I was wrong, because P4R improved those 3D models. They are now more animated and have robust facial expression. Not to mention the camera movements during battle is so dynamic compared to the near static feel of Persona 5 Royal. You can absolutely feel the love and care the devs put in Persona 4 Revival, since they have a new and improved battle system. The advantage encounter was wonky at best in Golden, where shadows just behave erratically and the movements are really limited due to the the old system. But in Persona 4 Revival, it won't be as junky, and the stylish way it's presented just hits a certain part in the brain that makes me elated. They also introduce a new mechanic here called Guard Encounter, where you can block Shadow's attacks, causing them to get stunned. Now with regards to the turn-based system, my main issue there with the OG and P4G is the lack of movement for the One More system, and the Baton Pass fixes that problem, where hitting Shadow's weakness allows a player to switch turns to another ally, taking advantage and hitting all Shadow's elemental weakness to knock them down, and usually that enables the all-out attack. But Persona 4 Revival is introducing a new mechanic here, aptly named Prime Time. When there are 4 more baton passes, it fills the gauge to enter the Prime Time mode, and during this time slot, players get a series of consecutive actions. All skill costs are eliminated, enemy resistances are ignored, and you can baton pass to anyone on the team. But the best thing about it is they allow characters to do their series finale. And this can only be activated in primetime mode, and it is the Showtime and the NTRG equivalent of P4R. It's a character's ultimate move that deals massive damage, accompanied with flashy animations that is very reminiscent of Persona 4 Arena. We also have the introduction of Nice Hit, which makes me think that the combat system now has some battle positioning similar to Metaphor. Nice Hit activates when there are 2 or more shadows present. Landing a normal attack on a shadow that is afflicted with a status ailment has a chance to send them flying. If the knockback shadow collides with another shadow, it deals damage while also spreading the ailment. My only minor gripe here is that Persona 4 Revival seems to be sticking with procedurally generated dungeons. Based on the minimap here, it doesn't look like we'll be getting handcrafted or team-specific dungeon layouts. That said, the dungeon designs already look much better than those in Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden, which is definitely a step in the right direction. Persona 4 Revival also features a more robust daily life system, with additional animated scenes and greater attention to character interactions. And of course, it's going to be fully voiced. The protagonist's portrait may even change based on the dialogue choices you make, adding more personality to conversations. On top of that, there are new activities where we can invite social link characters, making daily life feel more immersive. Of course, the best thing that the trailer confirmed to us is that Persona 4 Revival will have the content from Persona 4 Golden, as we see Mary on the trailer doing her best tsundere behavior in the wild. The website also posted a photo of the ski trip, which is also the place of Persona 4 Golden's extra dungeon. We can now safely sleep at night, assuming that there won't be any cut contents for Persona 4 Revival. With all of these reveals, Persona 4 Revival is looking to be way more ambitious than we thought. And it's great to know that Atlus and P Studio learned their lesson with Persona 3 Reload, as the missing content from that game rubbed old fans the wrong way, and the newer ones didn't get to experience what made Persona 3 so special. I also want to give a shout out to Trails in the Sky First Chapter for showing all the devs how to properly remake a game. Speaking of which, the lack of MC, the ever fan favorite Kotane, left a lot of P3 fans begging on their knees. It really still doesn't make sense why she was left out. Sure, financial reasons and time constraints, but come on. The biggest scene of P3R is the overpriced DLC expansion for FES or Episode Aegis, which was included in the original P3 FES in PS2. So people again felt robbed and betrayed that they had to pay an additional just to experience what they felt 17 years ago. Wow, that's a long time ago. Thankfully, we won't get a repeat of this, as they made sure that P4R will definitely be the best version of Persona 4. Wada-san said it best, that Atlus as a whole is grateful for Persona 4, since it is the title that saved them from bankruptcy. When Index blew their funding, SEGA saw the potential of the Persona series with V4, and decided to take Atlus under their wing. Now, Persona has truly become a mainstream franchise. Not only has the Persona 4 Revival trailer amassed millions of views for such a short time, but the highly anticipated Persona 6 is already outperforming other major JRPG titles in terms of hype and attention. SEGA Atlus won't let a Persona title be divisive again. And starting with Persona 4 Revival, they want to tell fans that the series is beloved and will launch in the most spectacular way possible. Persona 4 Revival launches on February 18 next year, which is still in line with Sega's financial report that P4R is slated for that fiscal year. So we can also safely assume that Persona 6 is launching in late 2027 at the earliest and Feb 2028 at the latest. Persona 4 Revival is available for pre-orders now, including a deluxe and premium edition with costume sets, BGM sets, and Persona sets that will absolutely break the difficulty of the game. So, how about you guys? Are you looking forward to seeing Yu Narukami and the investigation team again? I'm just glad that P5X will finally have a break from the hate train, especially since it's actually way better than what the haters are saying. If you're curious about that, then check this video out. Join Otaku Defined for more Persona content. This is Mav, and stay awesome, my dudes.